नमस्कार, रसोई के रहस्य में आपका एक बार फिर से स्वागत है। हम अभी भी मना रहे हैं त्योहार and it's still festivals of India. Today happens to be a very auspicious day and related to the occasion that we're going to be speaking about. We are recording this episode on the auspicious occasion of Mahavir Jayanti. We are also going to be speaking about a very important festival celebrated by the Jain community worldwide, and something that we might have heard about but know almost nothing about. So without delaying any further, let me tell you what we're going to be talking about. We're talking about Paryushan. Now, what is Paryushan and how it is celebrated and what is the importance? उसके लिए हमारी guest है Vaishali Kapasi. She's here with us, and to introduce you to Vaishali, she's in Bangalore and she's like family, and she's, I think, so multifaceted. Although when I just spoke with her, she said she's just a housewife. Now that's really underplaying it, because considering the number of hats she wears and the number of things she does apart from managing a home fabulously, a family, observing all the necessary things, giving her children the values, and of course, since we are at Rasoi ke Rahasya, she's a fantastic cook. Without much more delay, वेलकम वैशाली, आपका बहुत स्वागत है रसोई के रहस्य में।
Hi Payal, thank you so much for a wonderful introduction and a very happy Mahavir Jayanti to everybody and Jai Jinendra to all.
Wonderful. So Paryushan, now it's something that I think up to some point, some few years ago, when media, social media and all of this was not what it is today. It was just something that, as non-Jains or people who didn't know much about it, did anything about it. But suddenly, we hear so much more about Pari. And for me personally, since I've known many Jain people and I've heard about it and know bits and pieces, I'm very interested in knowing, what is the importance? What is Paryushan and how important is it to the Jain community?
So Paryushan is a festival which we celebrate for 8 days, and 8 days that stands out for all of the 365 days. Right. 8 days they are devoted to no one, not even to the body, but for our soul. It focuses mainly on our Atma and our soul. Right. And the real purpose and true significance of this festival is to repent and seek forgiveness. Right. For any kind of sins committed. So mainly to forgive everyone and to seek forgiveness from everybody, and to move towards purity and moksha is the main focus of this festival. And so you do all prayashchit and all activities related to that during these 8 days, which you are supposed to do for the whole year, but you cannot do for the whole year because in this practical life it is difficult to do all that throughout the year. But for these 8 days we try to do whatever best possible we can do for ourselves.
True. So I had for some strange reason in my head this idea that this was a very somber, serious occasion of fasting, of like a penance, like you say, forgiveness, but it was more like penance for some strange reason. But after I had the initial conversation with you, and when I was just researching some things about Paryushan on YouTube and things, I noticed that there is such a lot of fervor, such a lot of life and so much joy in the entire celebration and observance that I had to ask you, what is it? I mean, how is it celebrated? What happens, considering my whole idea was totally wrong?
No, it is like celebrated in a way that you are celebrating your soul. Like we have different, in Jain community also we have different communities like Deravasi, Stanakwasi, Terapanthi and all. So everybody's main thing is to gain moksha. Correct. For your body. Absolutely. To move towards moksha. So they have different ways of moving towards it. Like Deravasi people, they have idol worship for themselves.
Okay.
So they have their puja and everything, different kinds of puja and everything. So they have a little different path to move towards it. For Sthanakvasi, we have like our books and our sadhu sant. Our Sthanak doesn't have a statue of God in it, but our sadhu sadhvis and our book, we worship them. So there are different ways of it. So we celebrate the real knowledge in it.
Right.
And the way our religion, that we celebrate all other festivals are celebrated in very what do you call it? In a very use
grand kind of manner. There's a lot of grandeur.
Yes. But this festival is for us like it is a simple way to move towards your soul, to move towards your atma, to take your atma, to move from all the worldly experiences. You move inwards towards your soul.
Yes, that's the whole thing. It's moving inwards.
Yes,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
आपको बाहर की दुनिया से विमुख होकर you move towards your internal peace, your eternal truth, your God, your atma. So you take steps to move forward, to go towards moksha, to lessen your sins and to do more of repentance and to seek forgiveness for whatever sins you have done throughout the year. So the last day is called Samvatsari. So that is the most important day. Even if you can't do this pratikraman and all, like whatever vidhis and all we do, even if you can't do for these 8 days, but the last day of Paryushan, that is called Samvatsari, that is the most important day for all of us. So on that day, people will do their best, whatever fast. For 8 days, if you cannot fast, they will do fast on the last day. You have different kind of fast. So whatever best is within your capability also.
Right.
So you are supposed to do that.
And the beauty, I think, of everything, I think of, whatever we believe in spiritually is to not be, confused and not work out of a sense of compulsion. कि मतलब जबरदस्ती करना है करके, I think for all of our faith gives us that little space to not have to do. Because अगर ड्रिल की तरह सब करने लग गए तो मतलब वो इच्छा तो रहेगी ही नहीं.
It is pointless. हाँ. So that becomes pointless.
Exactly, because you're just doing it like, करना है तो करना है, because नहीं किया तो it's like, वो टिक बॉक्स, साल का हमारा टिक बॉक्स टिक नहीं हुआ तो हमारे कर्म का क्या होगा and हमारे मोक्ष का क्या होगा, those kind of things. So I think that's the beauty of all our faith, where it allows you this space कि जितना आप कर सकते हो उतना करो. आज नहीं कर सकते हो कल करो, कल नहीं कर सकते हो परसों करो. That's the reason why I think what you said, 365 days, what you can't do, try and do in these 8 days. In these 8 days also, because practical life takes over for everybody. 8 दिन में भी नहीं कर सकते तो last day.
Last days, yes. So after that Samvatsari, we greet everybody's like Michhami Dukram. So that is, I forgive you for whatever you have done to me, and I seek forgiveness from you for whatever if I have hurt you in any ways.
It's so beautiful. So I've heard this from people.
Beauty of this, yes. So that is the beauty of this festival, that you are supposed to greet those who you have, maybe you आपसे अगर किसी की भी कुछ अनबन है या वो है, so you can always greet them, meet them, resolve all the problems, resolve all the manmutav, and be together with your family and friends. Right. So I think no other religion gives you this kind of understanding for your relationships, for your family and friends. So because good. Somewhere or other way we do hurt each other. We do have some misunderstandings. So this is a beautiful way to seek forgiveness in a very casual way, and you just feel so light. It's so you just feel very light when you give forgiveness also. So
absolutely.
That you leave all the baggage behind.
Yes.
All the baggage behind you, and you can move forward with more love and passion for each other.
Completely. And also, I mean, it's giving you an opportunity to turn a new leaf. It's telling you can turn that corner. जो है पीछे छूट गया, उसको छोड़ के आगे बढ़ो. In the sense that it's continuously telling you, look within, like you said. It's and from there, start from there, and it's just simply so beautiful. Moving forward, these 8 days, is there a specific ritual that is followed, या कुछ विधि है जो 8 दिन की होती है अलग-अलग, और how is it done?
Yes, so we have आवश्यक होते हैं जो प्रतिक्रमण हम लोग बोलते हैं, that is पूजा what we do. तो वो सुबह में भी पूजा जैसे अगर हम लोग स्थानक पासी हैं वो लोग आइडल वर्शिप नहीं करते. So we have प्रतिक्रमण that we have to do in the morning as well as in the evening. And those who are Deravasis, those who do idol worship, they compulsorily have to go to the temple and they have to do all the puja and all. Then we have all the temples have हमारे जो साधु संत होते हैं उनका प्रवचन होता है, lectures from them.
Yes.
So we have to listen to those lectures so that we can brush up our knowledge, we can gain more knowledge, and whatever is somewhere told in our childhood, maybe we don't remember. So we just brush it up every year in these 8 days. Like these 4 months, our sadhu sant, they don't move through the towns. Like they have to move around always. They cannot stay in one place as they take their diksha. So for these 4 months, like this rainy season, these 4 months, they have to stay in one place. So they have time to give knowledge to the community. And as our community, we are supposed to go to temple and listen to all the lectures. So they have fixed timing for lectures, for jap and everything. So you have to read books, and we have different books, different pujas, which we have to go through. And all the evenings in these 8 days, we are supposed to do pratikraman every evening. After that, we seek forgiveness, like Michami Dukram, we say, we greet everybody, Michami Dukram, we seek forgiveness. So that's it. And we don't eat after sunset, and we don't drink water also before sunrise. So fasting is an important part of Paryushan. Fasting is also in our religion, we have different kind of fasting, because not eating is not easy for everyone to do for a single day also.
True.
Like those who can do, they do fasting for 8 days, 9 days, 11 days, 16 days, even for 1 month, and more than 1 month also. But that is difficult and everybody cannot do it. So we can do it like we eat once a day, or we eat twice a day. Or even if we can't do that also, if we eat lesser than our hunger, that is also a kind of fast. So that is called Unodri Tap. So we have different kind of fasting also. आपकी जितनी शक्ति है आप उतना कीजिए, पर कुछ कीजिए, something for yourself.
बिल्कुल. अपनी तरफ से कुछ देना जरूरी है. Basically, you renounce something.
Yes. So there are difficult things also, and there are easier things also. So the basic is you do something for yourself to move towards the religion and your own soul.
Absolutely wonderful. So isme then, since for people who fast at different levels, in different in different ways, so is there something, like I mentioned to you, I saw something that said Paryushan cooking. So is there something specific that happens during this time कि खाना मतलब कुछ अलग बनता है, या कुछ प्लस कुछ माइनस होता है?
Even those people who are fasting, जो पानी पीते हैं, that is also boiled and then cooled down. So they cannot drink the regular water. It has to be boiled and purified, then cooled, and then they can have it. And throughout these 8 days, we are not supposed to eat any kinds of fruits and leafy vegetables, green vegetables. So what we call it is pakka shaak. We eat all the pakka shaak, like besan ka gram flour. That is mainly used for all the pakka shaaks, and like we eat all the lentils and all. So mainly vegetables and leafy vegetables, roots, they are all restricted for these 8 days.
Oh, okay. Vegetables also?
Yes, vegetables also we generally don't eat. But nowadays, see, people from house to house, they will have different home rules also.
Of course. Yes.
Also, maybe few people, for them it is difficult to stay without, maybe for health reason, elderly people also might not have. तो वो अपने अपने तरह से घर घर की जो रीत कही जाती है, that is a different thing. Otherwise, we don't eat green vegetables also.
आपके घर में क्या बनता है?
So that is what I'm telling. We make this gathia nu shaak, dabka kadi, Sev Tameta nu shaak, dal dhokli, chana. And being a gujju, we have lots of this.
Yes. You have some of the most fabulous food in Chatpat Khana, and not just Chatpat Khana, such Chatpat and tasty Khana also.
Yes. So pudla, dhokla, handwo, khichu. So we have a wide range of Jain food also. Like you might think that if they are not eating leafy vegetable, what will they eat for 8 days? But we have a wide range of food lined up for it. Like children will have their own likings. We make methi papad nu shaak also. So we are quite used to it. Like throughout year, when we follow our tithis like Atham, Chaudas and all, we don't cook leafy vegetable and roots. So we are quite familiar with it. So we don't find it difficult to stay without leafy vegetables and roots.
Yes, I know, because otherwise most people are going to, I mean, fasting में तो खैर काफी लोग काफी कुछ छोड़ देते हैं, but फिर भी सोचना पड़ जाता है कि अभी क्या बनाएंगे.
Yeah, that is true. But like we have so much variety in that also. And even आपका जो छोले है, राजमा है, we cook all that, but without like onions and garlic, and it is as tasty as you
yes, that of course it is. Onions and garlic is absolutely not. I mean, Jain food is so popular, and Jain food, people go specifically hunting for Jain food in places because there are so many things, non-Jains as well, because it's just simply that the food is so tasty without even onions and garlic and so many other elements as well. तो वो खाने में तो खैर वो taste है, I think वो तो बनाने पे आता है बस.
बिल्कुल, मतलब वही है कि ऐसी कोई भी डिश नहीं है जो आप जैन तरीके से नहीं बना सकते. Even we make pasta and like pizza and everything we prepare in like Jain cooking. We make everything, each and everything. It's a little different. It's just that you have to develop that taste, but it is really tasty, and you will not feel like you are missing anything.
Absolutely. That is so totally true. So is there anything else that we need to know about Paryushan before we move to your wonderful recipe?
No, I think it's very deep religion, but I must tell you that it is very scientific religion. Like what scientists are revealing now, our God, हमारे जो तीर्थंकर भगवान हैं, वो इतने 2500 साल पहले, they have written everything in the books. So it is very scientific. Even what we do, pratikraman and all, what postures we take, all those are many poses of yoga and all, which are very good, and you are doing it after your food, so your food get digested. And like our religion is so scientific, very minute, बहुत deep है, बहुत सूक्ष्म है. आपको जो छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, if you have your way of life according to Jainism, it is so helpful for your health, mental health, physical health, and every way it is.
And if mentally and physically, if you're okay, then automatically in your soul and emotionally you'll be fine.
And spiritually also, it makes you very strong. Your mental health is also very strong. So when you leave your baggage, when you forgive people, you will feel so happy inside. When you seek forgiveness, also you just leave all the baggage behind and you can move forward in your life. So I think it makes your life much easier, much happier and better by itself.
Fabulous. This is absolutely so deep and so beautiful, and I think everybody celebrating Paryushan are experiencing that. By association, people like me who are not celebrating Paryushan also are learning so much about it, as our listeners will be soon enough. So it is an absolutely amazing experience. And I stand so, enlightened by this entire conversation, Vaishali. And so now when we move to your recipe, the favorite recipe, I saw it and my mouth is already watering. Please share the recipe with our readers as well.
I made it yesterday only, so my son told me, why don't you give this recipe only for your
he's a smart boy. Please thank him for me. Please say thank you to him.
And being a Guju, we put little jaggery in that, so it's a bit khatta meetha, so it is really tasty.
It's called, what is it called?
Sev Tameta shaak.
Okay.
So it's a very common recipe, very easy, quick recipe, Sev Tameta shaak. So basically, you just chop the tomatoes, and I think, do we need to discuss the recipe?
No, you can just give us a breakdown of it. You don't need to give me quantities. I'm going to be putting it up in the description for you.
आपको बस तेल में जीरा और राई रख के टमाटर कट करके उसको छौंक लगाना है, and let it cook for some time. And you add the very basic masala, dhaniya powder, mirchi powder, haldi, namak, or we put gur a little bit, but that you can add according to your taste, and your basic curry is ready. And at the time of serving, you just boil the gravy and put sev at the time of serving, and your shaak is ready. So it goes very well with roti and as well as with rice. So it's a very yes, it is very favorite. It is one of the favorite and very basic, quick, easy recipe which we prepare now.
Chalu masala and jhatpat recipe.
Yes. Very easy, quick, and very tasty recipe.
Yes, it is. Like I told you, I have a packet of sev lying in my cupboard, and I'm kitchen cupboard, and I'm going to be doing this in the next couple of days. Now that I have the recipe written down, also it just becomes that much easier.
Yes, sure. I hope you will enjoy it.
Of course I will. I've eaten it, so I know what it tastes like. I have a benchmark to go against, although I am sure I can't meet that benchmark. Lekin at least apni taraf se koshish to hogi.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much, Vaishali. This has been, I think my heart is very, very full, and it's extremely happy that I, managed to connect with you. And मेरी एक बहुत बड़ी तमन्ना थी कि I bring this episode on Rasoi के रहस्य. And today is such an auspicious day to be recording it. So I think the universe is in sync with you and I, and it's, allowing this thing to happen. So I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you so much, Payal. I feel privileged that I am able to speak for my religion, and I hope that people can relate to it. And I must tell you that for these 8 days, all the Jain temples are decorated beautifully. हर शाम को भगवान का श्रृंगार बहुत ही सुंदर होता है. If you have chance, just go and feel that spiritual wisdom. You can just go to the temples and see the beautiful and beauty of God and Jainism.
I've heard some of the music also, some of the songs. They're so beautiful.
Every evening all the temples have bhakti bhavna का कार्यक्रम होता है, जहाँ पर मंडल वगैरह स्तवन और गाने गाते हैं. तो वो भक्ति भावना का प्रोग्राम भी हर जैन टेम्पल में हर इस 8 दिन के लिए स्पेशली होता है. So you can just enjoy it.
Most certainly. Thank you so much. And I wish you a fabulous festival, a blessed festival. And to all of you, your family and everybody else who is observing and celebrating Paryushan, from all of us at Rasoi ke Rahasya.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. रसोई के रहस्य का ये बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव और खूबसूरत पर्यूषण का एपिसोड बस यहाँ तक ही. जुड़े रहिए और देखिए अगला त्योहार कौन सा होगा. तब तक के लिए नमस्कार.